Stop laughing at Simon now, I promise you. My next couple's Top Gun tango saw them steer well clear of the danger zone. It was brilliant. It's Charlotte and Brendan.
There's times where you had little hiccups. You just got to make those transitions be really clear.
If you go wrong, don't hang on to him for dear life.
You're much safer in hold than you are out of hold, so I think you're going in the right direction, my love.
Charlotte and Brendan! Do you know what? I get jealous quite a lot watching you all dance, but I was so jealous of the Top Gun, your outfit, Charlotte, where you just looked so hot.
Loved it.
You're in a flying jacket, you're on a motorbike.
Best
and it was a great tango.
It was a really good tango. I loved it.
It was having so much fun out there. How much fun did you have, Charlotte, during this one?
It was brilliant. You know, I knew I needed to come back and just throw everything into it, and I loved it. It was great, you know. We did the whole flying experience, Tom Cruise, Kelly McGillis. I love Top Gun, so for me, this was just a great one to do.
You should just do an 80s movie every week.
Yeah,
every
week.
I would be happy.
Mixed comments from the judges, but, you know, sometimes maybe just don't listen. But jump in points, Brendan, so you must have been pleased.
I was really chuffed with the dance. I suppose that was why the reaction was quite a strong one when we did finally get the feedback. Because of the massive difference from the week before Cha-Cha to then tango, and Charlotte danced it. I mean, she felt great. We really moved across the floor. It was a really strong, flat tango. I absolutely loved it. Well, there was, in terms of rise and fall, the pivots at the end, where the music was building, so we put a bit of a sweep on it. But that was, we were not in hold anymore. The tango, the minute of tango that we did, amazing, and I was really proud.
Good work,
really
Charlotte. Proud. And Brendan, you told Tess that you did a whoopsie.
I did.
We watched again and again. We're trying to work out where you went wrong. What happened?
What happens is we do a step and we're supposed to walk back, and I stepped inside her. And to this moment, I still don't know why I did it. We have these moments. I had one other moment about 5 years or 6 years, 8 years ago with Kelly Brook where I just forgot what I was doing. I was mortified, so I pretty much tripped her up on the dance floor. And then Bruno goes, "Oh, too many mistakes." And I was like, no, there were no mistakes. It was my mistake. Charlotte
actually, I was like, phew, it wasn't me.
Actually, my fault.
I couldn't believe it. I'm still really sorry.
No,
I've been apologising all week. One for
I just
having a
basically
mouth
kicked his leg out the way anyway. I was like, I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm getting on with it. That's it.
But the progress there, to even know that he's gone wrong. That's
exactly.
so good.
And she got back in the game, and that's a massive one for anybody. When things go wrong, it's really hard to find where you are. Straight back.
Go on, Charlotte, absolutely owning it. You did say as well, Brendan, that you were going to zip it this week.
Listen, this process, this whole show, for the people out there that I've offended by having an opinion on what we did out there, we've got to make this about Charlotte and what she is doing on the show. She did such a good job on Saturday. I was really disappointed not to have a bit more positive feedback for her, so that going into the week we can actually really go, we've made progress and we're going to keep on making progress. So your emotions are high and you do tend to get hit up. I do get hit up more than others.
That's why we love you.
But this week we're going to have some masking tape ready. I will not.
This is what he
This
says.
is my promise.
This
is my promise to Charlotte.
This is what
and
we've been
nation.
doing in training this week. I've been training him to zip it. I don't know how successful that will be.
I'm going to try.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Now, Charlotte, it does seem lately that Brendan has been enjoying the routine so much that he's barely letting you have a look in. This is special.
Walk, boom. Da, 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 da. No! Come on!
It's so cute!
I love that!
That's my Monday. You can't show Mondays. I'm trying to show her how to be a woman dancing.
No, but we love it. I think that's so funny.
Also, I'm standing there going, oh, here he goes again. Here he goes.
How's the jive going, Charlotte?
I'm loving it. I'm really loving it because you get to just throw everything into it. You know, it's great fun, smile on my face. I get to bounce around. I said it was like Tigger in dance form, and, you know, it's great. Loads of energy, hard on the legs, but, you know, I want to really go for it.
Look at that. It's looking fantastic. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. It's all about Charlotte.
It's all about Charlotte.
It's all about Charlotte.
Charlotte and Brendan. to meet the lady responsible for making sure this lot all looked good on the dance floor last Saturday. She delivered Hollywood glamour to the ballroom. What has she got in store for them all this week? It's Vicky Gill. Congratulations on movie week. So many outfits. We loved Gemma. We loved Karen Darvard. Particularly this lady. There is Susan, our very own Wonder Woman. What a joy.
She's working really hard and I'm just loving every minute of it. And we managed to get a boot made by the gentleman who made the originals for the film.
Who made the original Wonder Woman's boots?
So she had a little bit of, bit of sparkle in there. But yeah, we've had such fun. And you can imagine the whole team, everybody worked incredibly hard to
I know,
make
well
it happen.
done. All of you. Cameras, fantastic. Okay, let's have a little look at a sketch for Alexandra's Jive this week. Proud Mary, Tina Turner.
Yeah.
What can you tell us?
Lots of silver fringing and beads. So the dress itself will be quite simple. I don't think she needs too much help from the wardrobe department. I think she's going to look fabulous without us. But lots of detail in the base. We've got sequin and fringe, which has individually been embellished on the hem, and then that goes all the way up the dress. We've got a cheeky little bit in the centre here where we've got a plunge front, where we've done a new thing to keep a better shape on the front, so we'll see whether that works.
Ooh, plunge front. No, I could never have carried off a plunge front, I can tell you now. Now, this beautiful little number belongs to OT. This is for her and Johnny's American Smooth, so she'll be going skyward, I'm imagining. He's very strong. What can you tell us about the details here?
It's much slimmer than we would normally do for American Smooth, but OT's reference for us was Sid Charisse, so we're kind of where we're working from
She used to wear tight dresses and the legs would come out, wouldn't they? Yeah.
So Otis got great pins, so we've inserted a go day.
A go day, go day, go day, go day, go day. Okay.
We may end up with more skirts. When you see it on Saturday night, she may have a full skirt on top if she feels she needs it. Just to point out that the ladies were still working on this when I took it away, so there needs to be more embellishment. Yeah. Once we fit it on OT, it'll all be fitting beautifully.
I like seeing them at this stage, though, because then we get
the ladies who work on it will be thinking, why did you do that?
Why have you taken that? Yeah. Okay, you will know by the purple cloth, which has survived from last year, this is the mystery mannequin. And the exciting thing is it's covered up because we're going to unveil it for the very first time to the dancer who'll be wearing it. Please welcome back Karen Clifton. Practicing. Oh, she's bananas. Now, you are doing a samba with Samba Simon this weekend. What are you hoping for under this frock thing?
Hotness.
Hotness. OK, eating again. See, right, drum roll, please. Here we go.
I don't know if I can do it. She might get angry with me.
I love it when she gets angry. I want banana! I hate it! Start again. I love it. Look at it, it's stunning. You take that with you, love. You're taking that with you. I thought do you want any fruit on that? Like a fruity hedgehog? What can you tell us about it, by the way?
Oh, you want
very colourful, but come Saturday night.
You can't take it now, it's not finished, love. Simon, I see what you have to deal with. Okay. What can you tell us about the beading and stuff and the fringing?
It's a new embellishment. We have banana on top of the stone, and then we glue a little bit more crystals on top of the banana. That's what we're going to do.
Right, OK.
No, she's probably going to have more fruit. You've had fruit before, haven't you?
I love
You're
fruit.
used to a big headdress, but I think we're going to stick to bananas.
I want a roast on my head.
A nice roast, a Yorkshire pudding and some gravy. Somebody take this crazy woman away. Give it up for Vicky Gill and something in the water tonight. Now, my final guest tonight impressed at the weekend with a cuddly Charleston that made Bruno want to take them both home. Who could blame him? Here to share all about their bare necessities of dance, it's Gemma and Aljaz. You two get a room.
Look for the bare necessities. It was full of character, full of energy, and I thought it was brilliant.
You put some jazz slants into it. It really worked very, very well, and I loved it, love.
You were spot on, you matched, it was great. I loved the routine.
Gemma and Aljaz! Well done. I know, so excited. Joy, 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 Gemma. It was absolutely absolutely glorious. And you in that catsuit. I've not seen anyone look that good in a catsuit since Ola Chops was on the show. I mean, you looked amazing. How much fun did you have?
Oh, do you know what? It was so much more fun than I expected it to be. It was just, when you got in the outfits and when I saw him in his blue outfit, everything, it was like a dream, wasn't it? It was weird. We said it was like some weird stag do we were on. It was just really weird.
Now you mention that, it kind of was. I mean, that was the cute thing, Aljaz. It was cute and sexy. We had furry, we had a catsuit. And apparently, I've been informed that it was your favourite routine you've ever done on Strictly Ever.
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I said it. You know what? Because when we... The judges were way... Oh, I like that. No, you know what? I read it fast, didn't I? Where was I? I forgot.
No, you said it was the best dance you'd ever done.
Yeah, you didn't forget. No, you know what? We had an option to either go, really down the road and being serious and doing like a full-on dance. I was like, no, it's a Disney movie. Like, we have to make it fun. And then to be a Bagheera and Baloo. And then obviously, if you are a Baloo and a Bagheera, you try and, be as close to that as possible.
Can you?
And but then the dance in rehearsals ended up going really, really well. And then, to put the costumes on top of it, it just all sort of came together really, really beautifully.
And it really did.
And halfway through the routine, when I was looking at Gemma, I sort of completely forgot that we're doing Strictly. It was just, two animals dancing on the floor. Yeah.
We're actually in the jungle. That's what's happened to them all. And you lost your ear and you dealt with it. It could have been a Janet Jackson Super Bowl moment.
Sorry? No,
but no. And Darcy said to you, Gemma, you are one fit lady. I mean, we knew that anyway. Wow. But it's quite full on.
Yeah, it was. It was so full on. And the first few days training, I said to you, I'm so exhausted. He was like, you're exhausted. I'm exhausted too, and I've got to do it in a suit. But no, Darcy's saying that. I mean, coming from Darcy, she looks incredible. So yeah, I was chuffed.
Well chuffed. And the great thing is, it's getting better. Chuffed.
Chuffed, yeah.
Ole in it. I've been watching that this week. Is that your scores are going up and up. Gemma, here we go. Look, we've got our little score so far. And starting there with your 20 points for your cha-cha-cha. Up again for the waltz of 26. And now, yay! It's the way to go. I know.
Pressure now.
The pressure. By the way, can I just say, you met Ryan Giggs this week.
I did meet Ryan Giggs. It was a bit, I didn't know how to act because I'm a huge fan of United anyway and of Ryan Giggs. And Gemma's been friends with him for years. And I was sitting right next to him for the whole dinner. And it was...
He kept gazing at him like this.
When you're eating your plate and you're not really looking at your plate, it was...
made a mess, bless you. Even Giggsy, if you're watching. So this week, you're dancing a Paso Doble.
Ole.
To Coldplay. Yeah, Ole it is. Let's have a listen to the music. There it is. Aljaz, you're a little bit of a massive super fan of Coldplay,
It's my favourite band ever. And now we're going to be doing it on Strictly. And it's a Paso. I'm so excited. Honestly, I love the song, and it's not a traditional paso. I love doing not traditional pasos, and it's one of my favorite songs. And I was really struggling to put it together because you second guess every single step because you love the song so much. There it is.
Look at you, Gemma. Look at it. Go, Gemma. How are you finding the Paso Doble? It's a very fierce dance, isn't it? And it's very tricky.
Yeah, it is. It's hard because it's the posture again. Do you remember in the waltz I was saying about the posture? It's the same with this, and I've got to look stern, but I don't want to look too aggressive. We don't want to be too...
No, not...
So it's hard to do, both.
What's the line between being sort of aggressive and in control and being too aggressive?
You know what it is? Composed. You have to look composed. You have to keep the posture, keep the shape, keep the frame.
Yeah.
Your face can't look like you're thinking of what you're doing, but then at the same time, you can't be going, Yeah. Because I get scared. When Gemma gets really into it, I sort of leave the premises for a little bit, and then I come back, and then we can go back to rehearsals.
He said to me the other day, he said, you're not giving me enough pressure. Give me a bit of pressure, because there's a bit when he's on the floor. So I said, right, OK, I will do. So on this one, I really did, and he fell backwards, and he went...
She moved me to the studio next door, basically.
I mean, there's too much,
There's too much. I love it. You took him down. And hilariously, he posted this lovely little picture of you last night.
Oh,
asleep,
look at her.
dribbling on the train.
Resting.
You did get your revenge, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I can't believe someone told me that, and I still haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah. We'll show you afterwards.
That's from a week of Paso.
I know. I'm not surprised at all. Good luck at the weekend. I love it when you give him pressure. Gemma and Aljaz. tonight. Join me here tomorrow at the earlier time of 6 o'clock for a bumper hour-long special where Gethin will be behind the scenes at Elstree. Scouting for Girls will sing us into the weekend. I'll be chatting to Brian and Amy and Susan and Kevin and Molly and AJ, and Shirley Ballas is back. Good night.